I came in disguise on behalf of Mother Empress to inspect this future crown princess. I want to see for myself just what kind of conduct the daughter of the Marquis of Weiyuan possesses.
So you're that seductive wench who seduced His Highness the Crown Prince, you wretched servant. Help! You have some nerve. To monopolize his favor, you actually dare to assassinate the future Crown Princess.
You're trying to frame me by throwing yourself at me?
If you do not like me, you can easily ask His Highness the Crown Prince to call off the engagement. Why must you take my life? Could it be that, relying on the favor of His Highness, you can do whatever you please? Is there no law left in this imperial capital?
She looks like a seductive temptress. How dare she compete with Sister Shinro for a manhwa?
Even if you used all kinds of dirty tricks, you are still just a low-class creature who cannot be presented in public. You should know your own place. How dare you presume to be jealous of our future crown princess?
Who are you talking about? This palace is the Prin.
I haven't even entered the Eastern Palace yet, and my life is already in danger. If you failed to kill me this time, what about next time? I might escape today, but can I escape forever?
Sister Shinro, why waste your breath on someone like her? I don't think we even need to report this to the Eastern Palace. Just beat her to death with canes to vent our anger.
Yu Yao, don't make too big of a scene.
What if she really is someone from the palace?
What is there to fear? If anything happens, I'll take the blame.
Presumptuous. Let's see who dares.
In our Great Zhao kingdom, the only one who dares to refer to herself as this palace is Her Majesty the Empress. That bracelet just now was certainly no ordinary item either. Could she really be?
How can you all be so foolish? Her Majesty the Empress has lived in seclusion for many years, either chanting sutras or praying to Buddha. How could she appear here dressed in such simple attire? Besides, Her Majesty must be 45 this year, right? This maid has such delicate skin. She is clearly not much older than us.
At least you people have decent eyesight. This palace is indeed young and beautiful.
Sisters, did you hear what she just called herself? In this Great Zhao kingdom, besides Her Majesty the Empress, the only other person who can refer to herself as this palace is none other than Sister Shinro, who is about to become the crown princess.
I think she's gone mad from trying to climb into the prince's bed. Does she actually have the delusion of becoming the crown princess too?
Slandering the imperial family. What crime should the Princess Royal be charged with?
Ha 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 ha.
The Princess Royal? Who in Great Zhao doesn't know that the Princess Royal was married off to a distant land 10 years ago? If you want to impersonate her, at least do your research first. First, you attempted to assassinate the crown princess, and then you impersonated the Princess Royal. This is truly compounding your crimes. Guards, drag her away and punish her severely.
Stop. Sister Yunxin, I know you are the Empress's confidant, and also favored by the Crown Prince. We cannot let a moment of foolishness on your part ruin the affection between the Crown Prince and me. Good sister, I know you hate me, but I truly love the Crown Prince. Please, let us be together.
You want to kneel? Fine. Since you want to kneel so badly, then this palace will grant your wish. Kneel properly.
Audacious servant. How dare you make the future crown princess kneel to you? Cousin Shinro, don't be afraid. Your cousin is here. Today, my mother has already asked the Empress to bestow you upon me. Shinro, from now on, you can be the crown princess in peace. No one will dare to bully you again.
So this man, who is barely slimmer than a turtle, is the ideal husband Yunxiang was blind enough to fall for? Gu Yanzhou. How dare an eyesore like you put on airs in front of the Princess Royal? Oh? What if I don't agree?
My mother learned from the Empress that you had long wished to marry me. Since that's the case, why play hard to get here? However, you can only enter my Gu family as an equal wife. And on the wedding day, I must first use the traditional 3 letters and 6 rights, with an 8-bearer sedan chair, to marry my beloved Yao Yao.
If you ask me, she is incredibly scheming. She must have known she couldn't compete with Sister Shinro, so she was eager to find another way out for herself.
Ha ha ha, an equal wife? Wait, how is it unfair for a mere palace maid to become an equal wife?
When his mother came to the palace to propose marriage, I was right there beside them. She clearly hinted that the empress owed the Gu family their trading rights, and even beat her chest, promising he wouldn't take concubines and would treat her with great respect. Who would have thought that in private, this Gu Yanzhou would be such an arrogant, vulgar, and shameless fool?
Cousin. Making you marry such a lowly maid as your wife for my sake is truly unfair to you. In the future, I will surely have the crown prince compensate the Gu family well. Since you are to be a wife of the Gu family, put away your wishful thinking and stop yearning for the crown prince. You had better correct your restless nature.
When I think of my brother, the crown prince, having to spend the rest of his life with such a hypocritical and vicious woman, I truly feel sorry for him.
Did you hear that? Since you intend to marry me, you must follow my rules. Do you understand?
In your dreams. A toad Jianing. What a big mouth you have. With your ugly, misshapen looks, who would ever want to marry you? Even if I were to grow old and die alone, I would never look twice at a fool like you.
Never look twice at me? You have fancied me for years. I have known about this for a long time. You are just throwing a tantrum here because you feel it is beneath you to be an equal wife. This kind of hard-to-get game doesn't work on me. Just give up on that.
Sister-in-law, please stop speaking out of anger with your status. You were originally unworthy of my cousin. Fortunately, my cousin does not look down on you. You were originally unworthy of my cousin. Fortunately, my cousin does not look down on you. You should be deeply grateful.
Get lost. Who is your sister-in-law?
So that's why. The reason you don't want to marry my cousin is because you've been seducing another man.
Another man? There's another man?
What do you know about this? Spit it all out. If you're making this up, I will beat you to death.
Every word the servant says is true. I dare not deceive you.
What did you see? Give me that painting.
Cousin, you'd better not look.
Jesus, she even has a child. These clothes look like the attire of the northern desert barbarians. Such a shameless creature. If she enters the Gu family's door. Jesus, she even has a child. These clothes look like the attire of the northern desert barbarians. Such a shameless creature. If she enters the Gu family's door, the Gu family's reputation will be completely ruined.
If word of this gets out, she should be drowned in a pig basket.
To actually commit adultery with a barbarian man, it is simply an insult to decency. She is shameless to the extreme.
It's bad enough that you use tricks to seduce the crown prince. I accepted being cuckolded. But now, look at you. You actually slept with a barbarian man and even had a child. No wonder Her Majesty the Empress agreed to the marriage so quickly.
How ridiculous. I spent 10 long years in a political marriage in the northern desert just to bring peace to the Great Zhao kingdom and allow the people to live in prosperity. Back then, Great Zhao was at war year after year and the people were displaced. On the day of my departure, all the citizens of Xinjiang knelt and bowed to pray for me. Yet now, they actually call this a filthy, illicit affair. How dare you? To dare hurt and insult me like this. If my husband finds out that you defamed the northern desert like this and ruined the relations between our two countries, His Majesty will surely not spare you. Not long ago, I had a spat with Tuobat Songshua, the King of Mobei, and snuck back here. He spoils me to the bone, which is why I haven't lost this temper of mine even after 10 years. I suppose I went a bit too far this time. He was so anxious that he came to find me in person, but fearing father's blame, he didn't dare make a grand scene.
Haha, did you all hear that? She actually calls that old barbarian man her husband. I heard Mobei is a bitterly cold wasteland, and the local customs are crude and vulgar. Who knows what kind of habits she picked up over there? Cousin, according to the Gu family rules, how should we deal with such a shameless woman?
So this is what they had in store for me. Zhao Xinro is targeting me so relentlessly simply because she wants to get rid of Yunxiang once and for all, fair and square.
Seize her and punish her severely. Drag her to the backyard. Don't let her dirty the eyes of these noble ladies.
I am the Grand Princess of Jiaozhong. If you dare harm even a hair on my head today, not to mention my imperial father and mother, my husband, Tuobat Songshua, will be the first to never let you off.
Ha ha ha. He's right.
There's an assassin. Ah.
Husband?
What?
He is that barbarian wild man?
Looking closely, he does bear some resemblance to the man in the painting. Only, the real person is much more handsome and domineering. No wonder she would submit herself to him. They are far too bold. In broad daylight, the two of them are hugging and clinging to each other. How utterly shameless.
Young Master Gu is truly pitiable. The cuckold's green hat he wears is practically glowing.
You adulterous couple, do you take me for dead?
Are you the one who harmed my wife? If you seek death, this king can fulfill your wish right now.
Cousin, don't waste your breath on this unreasonable thug. I will go fetch His Highness the Crown Prince to avenge you right away. I want the Crown Prince to see for himself. What kind of lowly, wretched creature are you anyway?
My lady, you smiled. That means you've forgiven me, right?
If you kill them all, I will forgive you.
Are you all dead? Hurry up and do it.
Please wait, my lady. Don't let them dirty my hands.
Gu, even if Yunqi were blind, she would never marry a lowlife like you. As for the imperial merchant rights your Gu family wants, keep dreaming. And you? How dare you treat me like this?
How dare you treat me like this? I am the future crown princess of the Great Zhao kingdom. Once His Highness the Crown Prince ascends the throne, I will be the empress. If you dare touch me.
With your double-dealing, deceitful character, you think you're worthy of being the crown princess and you want to be the empress? Don't bring shame upon our Great Zhao kingdom.
Once His Highness brings Ji Yue here, your end will come. Let's see if you still dare to be so arrogant then. Help! There's an assassin. Your Highness, save me.
Do not fear, second Miss Zhao, with me here.
Your Highness, you must seek justice for me. I was almost separated from you forever by death.
Under the feet of the Emperor, in broad daylight. How dare anyone attempt an assassination to target my future crown princess? Golden Feather Guards, hear my command. Kill them on the spot immediately.
Humph, little snot bubble, it's me.
Stop. Zhao Jia.
This silly boy was weak and sickly since childhood. Whenever he sneezed, snot bubbles would pop out. He used to follow me around all day long. Little snot bubble was a private secret between us siblings. Since he became the crown prince, aside from my letters home, who else would dare call him that?
Eldest sister, is it really you?
Is she really Princess Royal Jianing? She is clearly Yunxi, the maidservant by Her Majesty the Empress's side.
Yunxi, Oh, Yunshi, then you must have mistaken her. Though Yunshi indeed bears a 70 to 80% resemblance to my elder sister. Sister, when did you return?
Your Highness, she is absolutely not the Grand Princess. You must not be deceived by her. Look closely. Grand Princess Jianing is His Majesty's eldest daughter. By now, she should be 27 years old, right? But look at her delicate and youthful skin. She is clearly the same age as us, who have just reached adulthood.
Sister has been away from the capital for 10 years, yet her appearance hasn't changed at all. It even made me lose my bearings for a moment. But this voice, and that private childhood nickname known only to me and my sister, could never be faked.
Silly brother, that's because your sister knows how to preserve her youth and takes excellent care of herself. I have loved beauty more than life itself since childhood and was fortunate enough to be deeply pampered by Tuoba Tsangshua. In that bitter, cold, and windy land of Mobei, he doted on me so much that my face never aged.
Your Highness, this woman is highly skilled at sophistry. The Grand Princess went to Mobei for a political marriage 10 years ago. If she had truly returned, His Majesty should have hosted a grand feast for all officials and announced it to the entire world. How could she just pop up out of nowhere in total silence?
Cui Yunshi. Just to commit adultery with this foreign man. You really dare to make up any kind of lie. Your Highness, the Grand Princess is behind you. Such a morally corrupt and shameless woman deserves to be executed on the spot. Your Highness, just give the word, and I, Gu Yanzhou, will lead the charge without showing any favoritism.
You are the person in the painting. But how can the real person look so different from the painting?
This brat studied painting with me for 10 years, yet his skills have improved so slowly. He drew it so poorly. No wonder this bunch of idiots couldn't recognize her.
Your Highness. The painting doesn't matter. What matters is that I am indeed the King of Mobei. Tuoba Tsangshua.
This general pays respects to the King of Mobei.
Ah. She really is the eldest princess. We were just insulting her. This is a capital offense.
Ha ha ha. This is too funny. Just with a broken comb and a token stolen from God knows where, he actually dares to claim that he is the King of Mobei?
Indeed, Your Highness. You must not be deceived. To save their own lives, this man and woman are putting on a whole act.
How insolent. What is the meaning of this behavior?
Your Highness, I know you harbor feelings for Cui Yunshi in your heart, so do you intend to go along with their lies to shield her? Is that so? But I am the one you officially betrothed, your future crown princess. The moment I entered today, she became consumed by jealousy and tried to take my life. Fortunately, my cousin arrived just in time to save me. Then, after I exposed their dirty laundry, they actually planned to silence my cousin as well. I know I am the source of all this. It is because I am loved. Your Highness, you shouldn't be blinded by Sister Yunxiang.
Such a clumsy, truth-distorting performance truly makes me sick to my stomach to watch any longer.
Shinro, this is all my fault. Do not blame His Highness. His Highness's feelings for you are genuine. I shouldn't have asked to marry Cui Yunxiang. His Highness's feelings for you are genuine. I shouldn't have asked to marry Cui Yunxiang. She must have seen that Her Majesty the Empress approved our marriage, and knowing she couldn't become your crown princess, she sneaked into this flower banquet to harm you. Your Highness, you must seek justice for Shinro.
Enough. Since you two are such great actors, it's truly a pity the capital's theater troupes didn't invite you two to perform. Little Runny knows, you really haven't changed at all in 10 years. You are still so easily swayed. A few tears from others, and you lose your mind. How will you ever be the crown prince of our Great Zhao kingdom? Little Runny knows. Remember this. Next time they bully you, you hit them back hard. Don't be soft-eared. Never let them sweet-talk you after hitting you, and act as if nothing happened.
Eldest sister. You really are my eldest sister. Eldest sister, I missed you so much. Why didn't you tell me in advance when you returned to the capital?
It's a misunderstanding. This is all a misunderstanding. Your Imperial Highness, if you had only revealed your identity earlier, we would have welcomed you to the seat of honor and enjoyed some tea together.
I said so long ago. We would have welcomed you to the seat of honor and enjoyed some tea together. I said so long ago. You just didn't believe me. What choice did I have?
Since we've already offended her completely, we might as well take a gamble. As long as we pin the crime of unchastity and elopement on her, the Crown Prince, for the sake of royal reputation, might just hush things up. No, the King of Mobei in that portrait is an old man, vastly different from the person before us. Could it be that the princess committed unchaste acts and had to secretly flee back to the capital with this outsider? I've heard that the real King of Mobei is tyrannical by nature and kills without blinking. Even if they eloped, they naturally couldn't return with great fanfare.
I did not know that my reputation in Great Zhao had actually degenerated to such a state.
Oh, my princess. Why did you run off to this place? Her Majesty the Empress is looking everywhere for you and is getting very anxious. Oh? So the prospective groom is here as well. Don't worry, you've arrived just in time. I want you to watch a good show. This young master of the Gu family was just desperately trying to take you as his equal wife. Yunxiang, will you marry him or not? So, the Gu family's lady entering the palace to propose was a lie. Using me as a stepping stone to cling to power was their real motive. And to think I actually believed he was a gentleman. I won't marry into such a hypocritical family. This servant cannot aim so high. I will return to the palace right now and ask Her Majesty the Empress to call off the marriage.
No, Yunxiang, I was wrong. What I said just now was only in the heat of the moment. I was bewildered by Zhao Xinrou's sweet talk. You must not take it seriously.
What you regret is probably not this marriage itself. Go ahead and report everything truthfully to Her Majesty the Empress. Keep dreaming. Let him see clearly just how hypocritical and deceitful your Gu family is. Never mind being imperial merchants. With your complete lack of integrity, it is not impossible to have the Gu family erased from the business world. Ha ha ha, well said. Yunqi, when dealing with such untrustworthy people, one must eradicate them completely.
Eldest sister, your sister-in-law was only joking with you just now. Please be magnanimous. Don't take it seriously. We are all family after all.
Who is family with you? Zhao Xinrou, you are not worthy of being the crown princess of our Great Zhao, and even less worthy of being my sister-in-law. From this day forward, stay far away from me. Otherwise, do not blame me for taking your life. Stay far away from me. Otherwise, do not blame me for taking your life. Lately, Xinjing has been filled with rumors of your virtuous reputation. I originally thought of coming in disguise today to witness your grace. I never expected it to be so utterly unsightly. Yunxiang was supposed to come today. Fortunately, I secretly took her place. Otherwise, she would have been bullied to death by you. Zhao Xinrou, for your actions today, I will report them exactly as they happened to your father, Marquis Wei Yuan. As for calling off the marriage, your Marquis Manor must give the Eastern Palace an explanation.
Your Highness, I was wrong. I really know I was wrong now. I didn't mean to do it. I just love you too much, Your Highness. I wanted you to belong completely to me alone. I was blinded by jealousy. Please forgive me just this once.
I never expected that you would be so venomous to your very core, to be so hypocritical. You have deeply disappointed me.
I was abducted as a child and raised in the countryside, suffering all kinds of hardships, with no one to guide me or show me love. I went astray and made a terrible mistake. I beg your highness to show mercy and allow me to return home to change into simple clothes, bid farewell to my parents, and then enter a convent to atone for my sins.
What? Still trying to find an excuse to run back to the Marquis' manor and call for help. Guards, seize her immediately.
You have all been deceived by her. She is not the real second young lady of the Zhao family at all. Hey. Your Highness, Princess. I am the real Zhao Xinrou. Zhao Xinyan, I am your biological sister. The very second day after I was brought back to the Marquis's manor, you secretly imprisoned me. How cruel of you. Now that I have escaped at the risk of my life, I will never allow you to ruin my reputation in my name again. Don't think I don't know what you were up to. You pretended to yield just now because you wanted to return to the manor, so you could drag my body out, starved for 3 days and on the verge of death, to take the fall for your crime of attempted assassination.
Someone, bring water and ginseng soup quickly. Take your time and tell us, are you truly the real Zhao Xinrou?
Replying to the Princess Royal, it is absolutely true. When I went missing as a child, actually, it was all orchestrated by her from the very beginning, just to monopolize our parents' love. 2 months ago, I was finally found and brought back, but her jealousy flared up again, and she secretly imprisoned me. It wasn't until father arranged my marriage to the crown prince that she finally decided to kill me. For 3 whole days, she hasn't given me a single drop of water or a grain of rice.
Don't listen to her. She is a liar. I am the real Zhao Xinrou. Your Highness, you must believe me.
She is a madwoman. Who came here to slander me? Nonsense. I have seen countless people in the imperial court and Mobei. Such terrible acting, and you dare to show it off in front of me? You keep claiming that you are the real Zhao Xinrou. Do you have any proof? I have heard that she was recognized precisely by a rare butterfly birthmark. Do you have one on your waist? If you dare to utter another lie, it won't be as simple as having your head shaved. To become a nun, I will have Imperial Father throw you into the Imperial prison. Do you know, in the Imperial prison of the Great Zhao, how terrifying those tortures of skinning and tendon pulling are?
I was wrong. I was wrong. I admit I am not Zhao Xinrou. I am Zhao Xinyan. But I did all this because I love the Crown Prince. I just wanted to be with him. What did I do wrong?
Shut up. Death is at your doorstep, yet you dare to use love as an excuse. Try acting in front of me again. Guards, drag this troublemaker, Zhao Xinyan, away. Flog her 20 times according to the law. After the punishment, escort her immediately to Chanyun Temple to have her head shaved as a nun. She is never to step foot outside the temple for the rest of her life.
Your Highness, save me.
Thank you, Princess Royal. Thank you, Your Highness, for saving and sparing my cruel sister's life. As for my engagement to Your Highness, since it started because of this farce, let us call it off here and now. I will return to the manor and explain everything to my father myself and ensure the Crown Prince's reputation remains untarnished.
What are you dazing off for? If you like her, go after her. Such a wonderful girl. Once you miss your chance, she'll be gone for good.
Thank you, elder sister.
My wife is right. Once you miss your chance, she'll be gone for good.
Humph, cut it out. Who is your wife? I have warned you. I do not want to have any more children. If you dare to play tricks behind my back again, I will pack my bags and run away again.
Ha, wonderful. This time, it must be a daughter. She will definitely be as beautiful as you.
You bastard. Later, Imperial Father and Imperial Mother held a grand welcoming feast for us. My silly younger brother did manage to win back the real Zhao Xinrou in the end. On the day of their grand wedding, the bridal procession stretched for miles. Now, they have also become like my Imperial Father and Mother, a loving couple with absolute trust in each other. As for Zhao Xinyan, unable to bear the harsh, austere life at Chanyun Temple, she eventually threw herself into a well and ended her life. And the Gu family, having lost their status as imperial merchants and ruined their reputation for integrity, soon saw their household collapse as everyone deserted them, going completely bankrupt. In the end, I did give birth to a daughter who looks exactly like me. Tobat Songshua still spoils me to no end. I am still as willful as before, running away from home whenever I am unhappy, but it seems that every single time, he manages to find me very quickly.